Hello friends, today we will study about the directive principles of state policy. We call it as a DPSP in short form. So first we will understand what it means and then we will move forward from where it is adopted, in which article it is mentioned in our Indian Constitution and what are its basic features. So let's move forward. First of all, we are going to see what is the exact meaning of DPSP and why it is mentioned in our Indian Constitution. Moving towards the first point, it states that the directive principle constitute a very comprehensive social, economic and political program for a modern and welfare state. It means that for DPSP is all about creation of the modern and welfare state, and it clearly lays down the social, economic and political program for that. So, moving forward towards the next point, it states that this principle emphasizes that the state shall try to promote welfare of people by providing them basic facilities like shelter, food, and clothing. So, from the second point, also, it is very clear that its main focus is all about the betterment of the society and the betterment and the creation of a welfare and modern state. So, the second point states that it emphasizes on the welfare of the people living in the state or in the country and providing them with the basic facilities like shelter, food and clothing. Now the next point is that unlike fundamental rights, the directive principles of state policy are non-binding in nature, which means they are not enforceable by the court of their violation. This is one of the very important point of DPSP. Basically basically it is like fundamental right only, but the difference is that fundamental right, if someone is trying to hamper your fundamental right or take away your fundamental right from you, you can very you can go to the court and file a case against that person or institution. But the major difference between a fundamental right or FR and DPSP is that DPSP is non-binding in nature. If anybody is hampering your DPSP, then you can't go to the court and file a case against that person or institution. Now the next point states that, however, the Constitution itself declares that these principles are fundamental in the governance of the country and it shall be the duty of the state to apply this principle in making laws. It means that it is for sure that DPSP is not enforceable in the court of law, but at the same time it is also mentioned in the Constitution itself that these principles are the fundamental in the governance of the country. Based on these principles only our country will be governed. And what is the ideal way of governing a country or a state, it is mentioned in the DPSP only. And it is the duty of the state to apply this principle. And how the state will apply this principle? By the means of making law which will satisfy this principle. Now we will move forward. Next, now we will see where it is mentioned in the Constitution. So it is mentioned in the part 4 of the Constitution, and under the article 36 from 51 this DPSP principles are mentioned. Next, it is very important to look and know from where it is adopted. This is very frequently asked question in any of the exam. So it is adopted from the Irish Constitution, and when it is adopted on 1937. Now, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar have stated this DPSP as a novel features of Indian Constitution. Now we will move forward. Now we will see the features of the DPSP. The first feature, we will start with the first feature. The first feature states that the state should keep in mind while formulating policies and enacting law. So the first feature itself stating that the state should always keep in mind while making any law or policy for the state should keep in mind that those should be in accordance with the DPSP. Those should not be like that it is hampering the DPSP principles. So the both should be synchronized with the DPSP principles. This is the first feature of the DPSP. Now the second feature of the DPSP is that instrument of instruction to legislative and executive. It means that, as we have seen that in the Government of India Act 1935, the act itself contains a lot many type of instructions. In the same way, instructions for the state. In the same way, DPSP also is a instrument of instructions, and those instructions is for the governance, proper law which is made by the legislative and executive for the proper governance of the state. Now, moving forward to the third feature of the DPSP, it states that it embodies the concept of welfare state to establish economics and social democracy in the country. So, for the establishment of the economic and social democracy in the country, this concept is very much important because it directly targets to the how the welfare state should be established in any state. So the third point is all about how the socially and economic democracy in the country should be established, and this should DPSP will help for the creation of welfare state, so that with the help of that we can establish a proper democratic system in our country. Moving forward to the fourth point, it is very important point, and we have seen this point in just now only, that it states that it is non-justiciable in nature. It means that it is not legally enforceable by the court of law. Nobody can go to the court for their violation of the DPSP. Next, moving forward, it helps in examining and determining constitutional validity of law. Whenever a law will be passed in the parliament, or whenever it is being passed in the past also, it is being validated with the help of this feature, with this DPSP principle only. We will check it if it is valid or if it is constitutional or not, if it is satisfying the features or if it is satisfying the principle of DPSP, then it is very valid for the and it will be passed easily, and if it is not, then it can be stated as non-constitutional, or its validity may be not, it can be stated as non-valid. Okay, so this was all about the DPSP introduction, where it is mentioned in our constitution, from where it was adopted in our constitution, and the features of the DPSP. Thank you.